Andy Cohen, I call him a scalp collector. I know people like this. If you live in a major city, you may know people like this. They just collect scalps and names, and it doesn't matter if they have anything in common with these people. It's just like, are you famous? Let's be friends. Anyway, so he's been really close friends with Sarah Jessica Parker for a very long time now. Now, I think if I am a friend of Sarah Jessica Parker's, and again, if she's anything like Carrie Bradshaw, which I do believe they have fused in their body horror epic, she doesn't really have any good friends, female friends, because I would say to her, sister, you do not have a good radar for a certain kind of misogynist, and that is the gay male power misogynist who use their sexuality to masquerade as allies. Michael Patrick King. The rat scene alone, Sarah Jessica talked about how she's terrified of rats. He wrote a scene for her where she was surrounded by rats. And letting Carrie become the absolute monster she has become, misogynist. Andy Cohen, and I am a consumer of a lot of his product, but life is complicated. Any fight that he stokes on a housewives, reunion, it's the same. Like you can see, like he'll do like the double eyebrow when like two women are getting into it. He'll be like, oh, you called her a cunt? Yeah, you said she was a whore. Oh my God, great. You're gonna out her bankruptcy. You're gonna out her husband cheating on her. Yeah. I'm licking my lips and my chops. He hates women. Just my opinion. Now, Andy. He fancies himself a culture vulture in the vein of Warhol. He's not, but he's a maven and a mogul. Now, if those things were true, if he were a true blue, real deal in the bones, cultural commentator, critic, creator, he would recognize that in hosting Sarah Jessica Parker as his only guest on Watch What Happens Live on Sunday evening, that he had on his set and in his sights a true cultural terrorist, okay? Andy Cohen, you have the cultural equivalent of Osama bin Laden in your den across from you, and you do not ask her to account for any other grievance than Carrie not furnishing her apartment yet. And by the way, Sarah Jessica bristled at that. She bristled at that little feather stroke of a question. He didn't ask her about Che Diaz, okay? He could have asked her about the absence of Samantha and that feud, and those two went mean girls on Kim Cattrall years ago on that show. He could have asked her about why we were all subjected to Cynthia Nixon going full frontal, why they killed off the same character twice. But no, we got the furniture question.